What up, my peeps? Yeah, I bet you guys are surprised. This is going to be a bonus paranormal video for you guys this week. I decided, I would just do one more this week, since it's October. Like, if I didn't mention this before, I love October. I love Halloween and, like, all, like paranormal stuff. But wifey's not a big fan of it, so, it's kind of an ongoing debate between us, like, as far as like decorating, for Halloween or anything. But anyway, this is going to be another paranormal story. This one is actually from I don't remember if I mentioned it to you guys before, but I actually worked 1 year at Hamilton High School in Chandler. I was a custodian there, and I actually really liked working at that school. You know, I love the area that I worked in, and most of the people that I worked with were pretty cool. But the guy that was the lead custodian there, he was a fucking dick. He was an asshole, so that's why I ended up transferring to Perry High School after that 1 year. But anyway, so like when I first started working there, and I know you guys are probably gonna remember, like, did I said when I worked at Perry, the floor, the second area that I worked at, which was the top floor of F building, the science. It was the science level up there. It was all science classes. It was haunted, right? But so like this probably won't sound too strange because I know a lot of people have probably heard, like, that it seems like a lot of schools sometimes can be haunted, right? And the weird thing about Hamilton High School being haunted was, like, when I first heard about it, I was like, why would Hamilton High School be haunted? And there was this teacher that worked there that he used to tell this story about how Hamilton High was haunted, and I guess it was such a good story that they even turned it into a play, and I don't remember if it was like you know based on the same spirit that I was told about. But what I was told and then what I experienced was basically I was talking to the guy. It was like on a Friday, and it was during the summer because being a custodian, you work year round. And a lot of people like always ask, like, what the fuck do you guys do during the summer? Like, there's no students or anything, right? Well, that's when you do all your, like, like, you strip the wax off the floors, you redo that, you carpet clean all the goddamn classrooms. So which means you gotta pull out all the desks, all the furniture, or move them to one side of the classroom. And I know this shit ain't super interesting, but I figured I would just kind of give you guys a quick rundown. But anyway, so it was during the summer, and it was a Friday, and I was working second shift. So, like, I was there from like I think it was like maybe 1 o'clock to like or no, we were going in like at 12. We were going in a little bit earlier since it was a summer, and then we were staying till like I think it was like 8:30 or 9. I think it was 9 or something like that. So anyway, there wasn't that many people there. Like, I mean, there was like maybe like there was only like maybe like three or four other custodians there because a lot of the other custodians had chose to work like an early shift, and some, they were, I think they were doing like 4:10s or something. And I've never been like a real like early riser, like, so I was like, fuck that. I don't want to come in at like 6, 5 or 6 in the morning and then work a 10-hour shift. So I chose to do my regular hours, but they actually let us come in a couple hours earlier. So like I said, we were there till like about 9 or 9:30, I think. And so I was talking to the guy that he was like the tech. He he did all kinds of stuff. Like, he fixed the computers um, for the school, and then he also was in charge of the like the auditorium, like where they have like all the controls for the lights and stuff for like when they do like plays and stuff. I guess like there was there was this room like up above. He said it was like a, I don't remember if he said it was a ladder or stairs, but he said you would climb up, and then there was like these all these big panels with all these controls on them, and you know, he was the one that was in charge of keeping all that stuff going and like operating it. You know, like whenever they were having a play or something. And so like on that particular day, he comes up to me and he's like Cisco. He's like, who else is here? You know, and I was like, just me and then like a few other people, but they're all like working on the other side of the school. You know, I told him I'm the only one over here in this area. I said, why? And he goes, because he goes, this isn't the first time it's happened, but he goes, I keep hearing footsteps like above the auditorium, like up in the control center, you know? And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, really? And he was like, yeah. You know, and then he was telling me how he was getting creeped out because, you know, somebody had told him that, like, when that school was first being built, I guess, like, one of the construction workers got killed. Like, he got electrocuted, I guess. Um, and so that's why, you know, they said that school was haunted. And I guess the area that it happened in was, like, you know, like, right there near the auditorium, you know? So I guess it was when maybe they were installing, like, some of that, you know, electronics or something. So he was saying like that he kept hearing footsteps up above, like somebody was up there, and he said he'd already checked it. You know, he said he went up there and he was like, you know, shined his phone flashlight and was like, you know, asking if anybody was up there, and you know, he said nobody was up there, you know, or he couldn't see anybody, right? And so he said he climbed back down, you know, and he said he had the chills, like, you know, he was all creeped out or whatever. Um, so then, you know, I was like, I don't know, bro. I said, definitely my big ass climbing up there, you know? I said, you can be pretty sure of that. I ain't climbing up there, you know? And I think you actually needed to have a key to get in there anyways. Like, I think only him and like, I don't know if anybody else had a key to get in there. Like, none of our keys opened that, to go up to that electric room because obviously they didn't want like anybody going up there and messing around with that expensive equipment, right? So later that day, like maybe like a couple hours later, he comes up to me in the hallway again because I was like polishing the main hallway, like with you know, this thing you walk behind and it shines the floor up or whatever. So he comes walking up to me again and he looks scared as fuck, and he's like, Cisco, and I'm like, what's up, bro? And he's like, he goes, dude, I'm not fucking going up there again today. And I was like, why? What's going on? He swears up and down that he heard footsteps up in that electronics panel, you know, area again. And he said he went up there and he said he saw some of the dials move on their own, like on the big control panels. He swore up and down that he saw some of the dials move, you know, and and I think he said like some of the lights like were blinking or flashing or something. Like when he went down, he said like because the lights on the stage they keep them on sometimes, you know, so it won't be dark, you know, in the auditorium. And I'm pretty sure he said like some of them were like changing, like somebody was like messing with the controls or something. So, but anyway, he said when he seen those dials moving on that panel, he said he fucking almost shit his pants, and he said he almost fell down, flying down, you know, them fucking stairs, you know. And so yeah, he was like, he was scared as fuck, man. He said he wasn't going back up there, you know. So I was just like, oh shit, that's crazy, you know. Like I was like, that's like hella weird, bro. And so I told him, oh, I ain't going over there either, you know. So, anyways, the only thing I ended up seeing was later that night, when I was all done with my stuff and I was getting ready to leave. I went into the boys' locker room. It was like the freshman football locker room. I went in there just to take a leak, and then I was washing my hands, and so like I'm like this, like, you know, just kind of leaning forward, washing my hands in the sink, and in the mirror in front of me, I seen like a blur, like somebody ran past me, but like really fast, like faster than a normal person can run. I just saw something go like through the mirror, like from the reflection. And I remember looking like this, and I didn't see anybody. And I'm like, hey, I'm like, what the fuck? So I immediately, like, and my big ass can move fast for short distances when I need to, you know what I mean? So I immediately ran, even though I didn't hear anybody go out the door, because there was like a door to go outside at the back of the locker room. I didn't hear anybody go out the door. I ran that way because there was nowhere else a person could have went. It just, as soon as you come out of where the bathrooms are, all there is lockers. If you go that way, there's like a coach's office, and then like there's a door to go into the hallway. But the whatever it was, it ran past like this. So I ran out. I looked towards the coach's room. There was nobody. I looked towards the lockers. There was nobody. So I ran to the door, and I pushed the door open real quick, and I looked outside both ways, and I didn't see nobody. So I mean, I don't know what it was, but in my opinion, it had to be a ghost. I don't know what the hell else it would be. Like, because I didn't hear any footsteps. That's the other thing too. Like, if it would have been a person, I would have heard like like their footsteps, stomping. And like I said, I didn't hear any door open, but I looked outside anyway. And then I kind of searched the rest of the locker room. Like, I looked inside the coach's office. The door was locked, so there was no way they could have gone in there, unless they had keys, and I would have heard the keys, So yeah, that kind of freaked me out. So I got the fuck up out of that locker room, and I just headed over to the break room for the last 30, 45 minutes of my shift, because if I didn't mention it, this happened like around like maybe about 30 minutes before the end of my shift, so maybe like about 9 o'clock or 9:15, something like that. But so yeah. Anyway, that's another one of my paranormal experiences. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And till the next one, your homie Big Cisco. Oh, don't forget to hit like. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.